assembly. And I'm going to go ahead and insert this top piece that I've already created. This is my tabletop. But now I want to draw a new piece that's my T-molding that goes around it. And so I'm going to go ahead and create a new component, a new part, and I'm going to have it on there. And so now I'm going to do a intersection curve. So there's converts things that are either on your sketch plane or behind your sketch plane and just brings it forward. Intersection is where does your sketch plane hit a face, and it's going to create a line. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to pick this face edge here and there. So I just created an edge, a line where that face intersects my sketch plane. Does that make sense? And I should probably go look at some T-molding. What? Kind of.
So our sketch plane's down the middle, right?
Yep. So we're going to do a sweep around the outside. And so this is one of the times that I use sweeps. You notice we haven't used sweeps kind of at all. In the classes we talked about them, but we really didn't use them a lot. But we want to follow the entire perimeter of this object. That's a perfect time for a sweep. And so I'm not going to go look up a part, but if we wanted to, I can go back to master, look up my T-molding. I guess I will. And I'm going to use a 1 inch. Oh, there's no 1 inch. I guess I'll change it to 7/8. I'm going to use this one. And I don't need to download it. I'm just going to, because it's going to download a straight piece, and I don't want a straight piece. And I don't really need the whole thing. But I'm just going to look at the product detail sheet so I can see what it looks like. So it looks like it's 0469 high for the curve. So you can see that dimension right there. 0469 from kind of this bottom surface to the top there. So I need to know that. But also for the groove on the tabletop, I need to make it that big, right? So does it tell me the size? No. So probably make it like a 1/10, a little bit smaller than this, so that way you can squeeze in there. And at least that deep. So probably make it just 1/2 inch deep, or 4.375. So is that 7/16? Yeah. Probably make it 7/16 deep in that. So, but I can add that in later. But I'm going to make it here. So I'm going to draw in my arc. Boom, boom. And I'm going to drag it out a little bit there. And I need a dimension from here to the quadrant of that arc. So I'm going to pick that line, and I'm going to pick the arc. Oh. If I kind of I'm real patient, and I do it, I can grab the midpoint of that arc there, and that gives me that. But there's kind of an easier way to do it, and that's it. Picking here and picking this, the arc, and oh no, it's going to the center. That's not what I want. Set it down anyway. Because now I can go to this leaders tab. Yeah, whatever. I can go to the leaders tab and tell it I want to use the maximum dimension. Oh no, I want to use the minimum dimension. So it's pretending like as if that circle went all the way around, the biggest dimension for it and the smallest dimension for it. And so if you want to dimension from a line to like the quadrant that's perpendicular to that line, using this is the best way, because the midpoint of an arc might not be the furthest to the right or the left of it, right? It might be, if it's at an angle or something. I don't know. So I like doing this instead of just going to the midpoint of it. So that way I know it's going exact perpendicular to the line. And now I can go back in and edit this and make it the number I need it to be. Okay? So if you're dimensioning to that, just pick the line, pick the arc, set it down somewhere, change the condition, and then set your size. All right, so I get done with that, I finish it, and now I'm going to go and do what? A sweep. So sweeps, we need two things. We need a sketch, a profile, and a path, right? What's my profile?
The arc.
Yeah, this thing right here, right? That's my profile. What's my path? The edge of the table. Of course. And that's not my current thing, so it's not going to let me do it.
What?
It's not part of my current part, so it doesn't want to do it. So, how can I make this edge become part of my current part that I'm working on?
You have to extrude that, join it.
I can convert it. How can I convert this edge of this part in a sketch that I can use? Start a sketch. So sketch, create a sketch on that face, and then convert it to that face, right? Now we have a sketch. So now we can say okay. Now we can do our sweep. So sweep.
So it wanted a sketch, is that what it was telling you?
Yep. So I want, that is my profile, and that is my path, and okay. And there is the edge there. So if I turn off this one, I hit the eyeball on it. Now you can see there's my path out there, just my edge molding. So I'm going to make it a little bigger so we can see it better. I'm going to go ahead and edit the sketch. Instead of doing 0.4, I'll make it like 0.1. Now you can see it going around. Right, you can see the arc there. Turn that back on there. So now we've got our edge molding going around it. So that's called middle out. So we kind of put one thing in, and then we drew somewhere else, brought it in. Now we can work on that up here. And again, I can, right here, just go ahead and edit that part. Oh, yes, save. Save it externally because I want to call it that. I swear if I had renamed it here first, it would have saved it. But now I can go in, turn off that, and then do my sweep cut, or let me just make a sketch here. Sketch. Over there. And then intersection there. And do my rectangle. And so I want to select the midpoint of this one. Grab that one, midpoint, dimension, said 0.1 and 0.4375. That's my depth. And that line is just going to be a construction line. Finish it. Now I will go to my sweep, sweep cut. Around that edge there, and gotta love SolidWorks. There you go. Hit tangent propagation so it follows it all the way around. Since this is the same part that I'm editing, I can pick the edge of the part. I don't have to have another sketch. So now I'll say okay. And now I have that cut that goes all the way around the part. So I can turn that back on. Turn that one on, exit, and there we have that. So now I can save it. Oops. Save all, rebuild. And now when I do a drawing of it, browse, go find my template file. I'm going to throw in a top view. And then so there, now I can see I've got the groove for my tabletop and I have that T molding. But they should be different directions, so I'm going to grab into here and then change that to be 90. For different parts, hatches have to go different directions. Makes it easy to tell what's what. SolidWorks does not do that automatically for you. Sometimes. Sometimes it does, but most of the time not. You have to go in and fix it. Alright, does that make sense? Any questions on getting that done? So that's middle out.